Hello everyone! Let's check out what's new with Voxel Max Update 1.3. Amazing updates have been coming out almost every week. If you've been paying attention to the Voxel Max Twitter, you've already had a sneak peek of these new features. Be sure to follow that and subscribe to the Voxel Max YouTube channel for tutorials and more. If you're new to Voxel Max, I recommend checking out the introduction and 1.2 update videos linked in the video description and up here. Without watching those, you might feel a little lost just hearing about the changes. In the object editor, there have been a few small tweaks. The mirror buttons now have a menu with a command to flip either the whole object or a selection if one is made. You can copy or cut out portions of your model to create new objects from them. After making a selection, press and hold on the Create tool button and choose Extract Selected for cut and paste, or Duplicate Selected for copy and paste. These make new objects in the scene with no edit history. The rotation tool now turns in increments of 6 degrees, which makes it easier to control the rotation or snap to 90 degrees. You can now leave panels like the swatch palette open while working, which makes it a lot faster to select colors as you create. In some areas, you will see C and V buttons for copy and paste. This includes the swatch palette, where you can paste an image you've copied from elsewhere on your phone, like the Photos app or web browser. The app will generate a palette of up to 240 colors based on which are most common in the image. You can also copy and paste the palette of one object to another, or the color values of one swatch to another. The view cube can now snap to 45-degree increments, making it easy to create an isometric view while using orthographic projection. Moving on to the scene editor, a huge addition is the Asset Manager. Tapping on this icon will display all of the objects and groups in your scene. You can tap on them to create selections, hide and show objects with the I button, and press and hold on an item to see the object menu. Here you'll see Share, Copy, Cut, Paste, Edit, and Flip. Share gives options to export a PNG screenshot of the selected object from the current camera view, save a copy of the Voxel Max native format VMax, or save in a variety of common 3D mesh formats, SCNZ, DAE, OBJ, STL, and USDZ. Copy and cut work as you'd expect, with a V button at the bottom of the panel to paste. This is helpful in organizing groups, and you can select objects in a specific order, then cut and paste them to have the objects rearranged to that order. The palette command will let you edit the color swatches without entering the object editor. This can let you quickly modify colors and materials on multiple objects, and you can even copy and paste the palette to keep the objects across your scene consistent. Edit will open the selected item in the object editor. This is helpful in case this object is hard to reach inside a group. Flip is also available on the menu as a shortcut since the Flip tool has been removed from the scene editor. Because this flip command changes the voxels, it will affect all clones of the object. However, there's another option on the menu that only appears when you select a clone. You can now detach clones from the rest of their kind to make separate edits. In the case of building a character with symmetrical arms, you can clone one arm, detach it from the original, then flip for the correct left and right appendages. There is also a button to add more objects from right inside the Asset Manager. This will open a new page on the panel that displays the 15 packs with dozens of pre-made assets now bundled with the app to kickstart your creativity. There are also several primitive building blocks, a blank object volume, and a button to add new asset packs to your library. Pressing the plus will allow you to load any Voxel Max file, which will generate a new prefab section and fill it with one of every unique object in the scene. Tap as many assets as you want, then add to load them into your project. The last button will let you open any selected object or group of objects in Apple's AR Quick Look. You can walk around and take photos of your AR object, or hold the button to record a video. You can move, rotate, and scale the object as you like, or turn off the camera for a plain view. Back in the scene editor, the non-destructive rotation tool snaps to 6-degree increments, just like the destructive rotation tool in the object editor. There is a new scale tool, which can shrink or enlarge any object non-destructively in 1/5 increments. Some tweaks have been made to the alignment tool to prevent half-voxel movements, unless you're close enough to see them. This only happens when there's an odd length side and you use the move tool from the middle control points, and it's hard to see when zoomed out. So when the camera is far away from objects, you can only move from the corners of an object to ensure tight voxel snapping, unless you intend to make it offset by a half step, and zoom in to ensure that the object is positioned how you want it. When the Move or Clone tools are selected, and the Distribution tools appear, there is now a third tool, Distribution Tile. This works similar to alignment, but objects are locked to stay in a 3D alignment grid, perfect for building with objects like the Minecraft-style blocks. The last updates are to Presenter mode. From the background color picker, you can select different filters to color and distort your model. Multiple filters can be selected, and choosing them in different orders will impact the final look. A native recording tool has been added to the controls, so now you can record playback and turntable rotations without notifications or the UI interrupting the video. When you're done recording, you can trim the ends before saving to photos. There is also another AR button here to display your whole scene. And that brings us all up to speed with the latest features in Voxel Max 1.3. I hope you give Voxel Max a try and have as much fun using it as I do. Be sure to share your creations online and tag Voxel Max.